Hello everyone and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. Today we are here talking about the solar eclipse in the sign of Aries. This is occurring on the 8th of April of 2024. Hold on to your hats here, folks. This is a big one. Number one, the solar eclipse itself is always a very spectacular, if you can see it, astronomical event, right? It's like the fire in the sky kind of energy. Way back in, before they understood astrology, way back in medieval times and things, whenever there was an eclipse, it was like the end of the world, right? The end of times. Of course, we don't look at it quite that way these days, although eclipses can be very unpredictable and they can bring things out of the woodwork. Expect the unexpected whenever we do have eclipse energy, because pretty much anything goes. We can have endings, we can have new beginnings, we can have surprises, we can have joyous occasions and joyous things that come out of nowhere. We can also have things coming out of the woodwork. And so things that have been forgotten about, or things that maybe someone neglected. If you think of your workplace, maybe something comes up from 2 years ago that some old employee never took care of properly, and now here it is. Somehow you have to deal with it. So things like that can very much come up at eclipses. The eclipses can also bring about fated events and just things that are kind of meant to happen, or things that kind of put you right back on your destined path. Now, this particular one, this is going to happen on April 8th of 2024. Pacific Standard Time is 11:20 a.m. is when that full effect of that eclipse is. 2:20 p.m. Eastern time, okay. But check your clocks, check your calendar, check, NASA or something like that to see where and when yours is going to be visible the most. Make sure that you do view eclipses with a little bit of safety in mind, though, because we don't want to burn your retinas out or anything like that. Make sure you do have proper glasses to watch it. Now, new moons themselves bring new beginnings. A solar eclipse is like a new moon on steroids. So there could be a new beginning somewhere in your life coming about because of this eclipse. Now, this eclipse does trigger a whole cycle. Normally, this cycle does end in about 6 months, because it usually culminates with the full moon in Aries, usually in October, right, is when we have the next eclipse season. This one's a little strange because we actually don't get another full moon in the sign of Aries until the spring, because the eclipse in October of 2024 is actually going to be in Pisces. So very interesting kind of energy there. So this is a long, drawn out new beginning event, which can actually give you some more time to, get things done or get things started, or start to see some progress. This is also conjunct Chiron. Chiron is known as the wounded healer, so this is a perfect time to heal old wounds, whether they're personal, emotional, whether it's something in your career, something in your relationships, right? So this can help us heal some insecurities, some fears, right? And so it's a huge opportunity for healing and having a fresh start. So it is really quite exciting. This is also occurring, there's a lot going on. There's also occurring at the time of a Mercury retrograde. Retrogrades are a time to take a step back, reflect, regroup, renew, reassess, and reevaluate things in our lives. It can also be a time where we can gain some clarity and insights, because we are having a look back at something, or we are double checking something over. We can get the answers that we've been looking for, and sometimes we can have a second chance at something here, whether it's a second chance to start something new, or a second chance to heal something and release it and let it go. This eclipse is happening at 19 degrees. If you know your astrological birth chart, and if you have any personal planets between 17 and 21 degrees, you're going to feel this the most, but have no fear. This is going to impact us all. Reflect back to the solar eclipse that we had in 2023. There may be some things that have played out for you, or maybe there's something that you've forgotten about and you're like, you know what? I'm going to try this again. I'm going to give myself a second chance to start something fresh, or to kind of turn over a new page, turn over a new leaf. That was a doozy of an eclipse last year, of course, because we also had a square to Pluto, right? So that was that was a tricky one, that one. And it really did kickstart a lot of massive changes. I know that I had a lot of massive changes last year, especially through the summer when Venus went retrograde in the sign of Leo. That was not a good time. So, this can be where some things have kind of played out for you, or there may be still some things going on. But this is going to be a very interesting one as well. A couple of days after this eclipse, okay, on April 11th, we have a Mercury cazimi. So a cazimi is, the word cazimi means in the heart of the sun. This is where we can get a mental breakthrough, new visions of the future. This is where we can plant new seeds of intentions. Fresh truths might be revealed, and this can actually bring you some good luck. So the cazimi can actually be a really good time to set intentions to manifest some things into your life. But whatever your situation is, this is going to be a fiery eclipse. It's going to be intense, but it's very closely linked with the sun, so it can be very creative, very energetic. If you've been feeling stuck in a rut, this might be where you get the energy boost you need to get things started and to really get some action going, right? Follow your passion, your goals, your dreams. You might be filled with a little bit more positivity than you were previously. And it's not that we don't have some bumpy astrology coming in as well, because we do, but this is probably going to give you a little bit more of a positive vibe to overcome things or to make those little changes that you want to make. So having said that, let's get into your cards and let's pull out cards for your sign. Taurus, let's have a look and see what we've got coming here for you guys. This is going to be happening in your 12th astrological house. So this is, of course, the final house in astrology. So you could be really getting some closure on something. You could also possibly even have something come to fruition for you at this time. But the 12th house is very spiritual, very mystical, magical. This does have to do with karmic debts. So you could be having a fresh start because you finished a karmic cycle in your life, and this can be really exciting for you. You might find that your sleep cycles are a little bit disrupted at this eclipse because your 12th house, it's where we sleep. Okay. You might be having some wild and crazy dreams at this time. But you may feel as though you want to escape from the world a little bit around this eclipse. So make sure that you honor your feelings to do that, and to spend some time to connect with this energy, to breathe something out, right? Relieve stress, anxieties, fears, that kind of thing. So spending a little bit of time in quiet solitude can really serve you well at this time. But the 12th house has to do with what's hidden, secrets, dreams, things like that. So if you've been doing anything behind the scenes that you haven't told anyone about, this might be where you reveal something. This can also represent where there might be a revelation made to you. So whether you're discovering some sort of hidden information or some secret, or whether someone volunteers that to you, it can be very interesting. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. We have the full moon in Capricorn energy. Take a reality check. All right. So we are getting a little bit of full moon energy that's coming in here. So it's really not surprising, right? Because eclipses do travel in pairs. They happen every 6 months. And we have the full moon eclipse, which we had just on March 25th. And now we're in the new moon energy with this solar eclipse. And the energy doesn't just start and stop in a day. It does carry through. So with the full moon energy, again, this is like a completion of something, a completion of a cycle. In some way with Capricorn ruled by Saturn, it can be some life lesson and probably something really challenging there for you, but you're cleansing it, you're purging it, you're releasing it. And so a full moon energy there with the 12th house, right? Big endings are possibility for you, but they free you up and they set the wheels in motion for an exciting new beginning. Now, can we have something really come to the forefront for you at this time? Yes, we can. 12th house does have to deal with endings of all kinds. And so if there's been something that you've been thinking of putting an end to, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, a habit, something that you do, Saturn energy can carry forward some of our habits, right? Then this is a time when you're going to really get a helping hand from the universe. It's almost like the universe is grabbing you by the elbow and say, come on, let's move forward. This is not working anymore. Let's get at her. And so this could really be a boost for you. It might not necessarily be super easy, but you could also be getting clarity on what you do need to put an end to, or what's been holding you back. So again, spending some quiet time alone, to meditate, to contemplate, to connect with yourself, and to really kind of, figure out, where do I want to go from here, and what do I want to leave behind? So we also have here for you the Three of Swords, which is actually excellent, believe it or not. I'll tell you why in a minute. We've got the Two of Wands, and we have the Three of Wands. Look at that, making progress with that energy. So the Three of Swords, like I said, with this particular solar eclipse, we do have the healing element of Chiron. The 12th house energy is where we can find those healing energies, right? Where we can release, let go. So in this Three of Swords, I feel like here you're really going to connect with your heart space, with your emotions, with your thoughts, and you are going to discover something that needs to be dealt with, and you're going to welcome in that healing energy of Chiron. And what this does with the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands, what this does here is this releases you. It clears your path forward. The Two of Wands, does it look like there's anything blocking? No, but this is also giving you some deeper insights into where you want to go for the future, because the Two of Wands is about choosing a path. Which direction do I want to go in? What's going to make me happy? What's going to bring me, success, or whatever is your main motivation, right? So I feel like there you're going to be figuring that out. Sorry, my cat just jumped up onto my table. But with the Three of Wands, it's like you're ready for action. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to make a choice. And so in this energy, you're not just sitting back. You're actually taking initiative to follow a goal, to follow a dream, and to have a better tomorrow. So this can actually be really exciting for you. Thank you, comment. You just ruined my whole table. I'm going to have to fix that. If you didn't see him on the screen, he is my lucky little black cat. So he's only 6 months old, but he is a wonderful little treasure. So we have Inspire here for you. And so, ouch, there's a fire inside you burning brighter than the sun. All right, what is your passion? What is your goal? Where does this Three of Wands take you? Because this is about making bold moves into the future. So you're very much encouraged to follow your passion and your desires. We also have here, accept that here now is exactly where I am, and that it is a place of profound learning. So again, just like we have the Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, is that you may get some deeper understanding of some sort of life lesson that you've learned, some experience that you've gone through, and you're maybe going to understand why, or you're going to figure out what you've learned, and you'll take this wisdom with you into the future. That's what I have for you, Taurus. I'm going to leave that there. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please do hit that like button there. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. But don't be afraid to leave a comment down below as well. How are these eclipses playing out for you? How are you feeling? How are you navigating these energies? We're all in this together, people, and we can learn from each other. So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.